So I've got this little Chinese mini skid steer, and I like it. I've got about 20 hours on it, and I've been having some power problems with it. So I tried a couple of different things. I thought that there was a drain on the battery, so I checked fuses and eventually ended up here, where I've pulled off the stator and flywheel and hydraulic lines in order to see what the problem was. So here's the stator I took out, and I checked connectivity at the ends of the wires, and of course they didn't have any connection because this guy was off. And before I realized this, because of course these sleeves were down over top of it, so you can't tell, you don't know that unless you dig down into it and find this. I just tried to replace the stator, and when I tried to do that, it was a nightmare. I looked everywhere online to try to find one, and it was nothing. And it looked to me like what had happened here is it was soldered on, and then they put all these sleeves over top of it, and then they put they connected it all together, tying it down to the frame here with a zip tie. And when they did that, they cranked on it so hard that I think that they broke this this solder off. And so of course I wouldn't have known this without desperation of looking for the part online and not being able to find it. And the problem is that most of these windings here are completely, they're completely covered with windings. And on this one in particular, these holes here have to bolt on to the frame of the motor. So all of these on every winding that I found were completely wound, and there was no holes. So I mean, I was almost about to rewind this myself, or attempt rewinding this myself, when I dug down into it and found that this solder was broken. Now, once I connected this together, I tested the ends of these lines again, and I did get connection. So there's your problem. Alright, she's hooked up to some external power. Let's give her a try.